Good morning, students. This is the first video of SST of this week. Before starting our studies, I would like to say something. My dear, for making these videos, we are putting a lots of efforts. We are working very hard so that we can teach you. So it's my humble request to watch the videos. Okay, some of the students are not watching the videos. My dear, these videos will help you because we are giving our best in these videos, and if you will watch these videos, then whatever problem you are getting, all the problems will be clear. Okay, and if you are getting some problem, then during online classes you may ask. So before the classes, please watch these videos. Now let us start with our topic. As in previous week, we had started chapter number 9, our forests and wildlife. About this, I had explained you that what is forests. After that, how many types of forests are there in our country? What are the uses of forest? What are the benefits of forest? These all things we have discussed. I taught you that there are 5 types of forest: about evergreen forest, deciduous forest, and thorn forest. We have discussed in previous classes. Today we will discuss about coniferous forest, tidal forest, then conservation of forest and wildlife. These topics today I am going to cover. So let us start with coniferous forest. First, through map, you can see coniferous forests are also known as montane forest. These forests are also known as montane forest, and here you can see this all light green part. In mountainous area, this type of forests are found. Okay, in Himalayan ranges, these forests are found. These forests are making cones. The trees of these forests bear cone. As these forests are found in mountainous area, so there is snowfall also. So snow will not. Here, let me show you first picture of this. These are the picture of coniferous forest. The trees of coniferous forest bear cones. They have needle-shaped leaves which protect them from snow. Okay, snow, if the snow will fall on the leaves and it will stay over there on the leaves, then the plant will die. So this type of leaves are over there. They are forming the cone-shaped structure. Here you can see these forests are forming cone-shaped structure so that they can protect themselves from the snow. Is it clear? These forests are found in the higher slope of Himalayas. Through the map I have shown these forests are found in these higher slopes of Himalayas. Clear? And Nilgiri hills in the south. The main trees of these forests are birch, deodar, spruce, fir and pine. Here you can see this is the birch tree, this one is birch tree, this is deodar, this one is the fir tree, this is pine tree, and this one is spruce. You can see all the trees are bearing cone. All the trees are bearing cone like structure. Clear? So these are the trees found in coniferous forest. Now let's move to the next topic, tidal forest. Tidal forest, these forests are also called mangrove forest. Okay. These forests are found in the places of delta. Okay, in the delta of river Ganga, Brahmaputra and Mahanadi. Okay, you can see over there very few area is over there which contains this type of forest. Here you can see this. Okay, these all areas are containing the tidal forest or mangrove forest. The trees of these forests, let me show you. So these are the areas where this type of forests are found, and the trees of these forests are having breathing roots. Okay, this is the picture of mangrove forest, and you can see the trees of these forests are having breathing root. Okay, these breathing root breathe in air. Okay, they breathe in air through these root. These trees breathe in air through these root because the soil is deficient in the air. And here you let me show you one more picture. These are the breathing roots. Here you can see these are the breathing root which is out of the water. Okay, and from air these roots breathe. Clear? These forests are famous for Sundari trees. Okay, a tree called Sundari grow in Ganga Brahmaputra delta, which is known as Sundarban delta. In previous classes I had taught you about Sundarban delta, and this delta is named after these trees only, Sundari trees. Okay, this is the picture of Sundari trees which is found in mangrove forest or tidal forest. Clear? Now next topic is conservation of forest. Before starting this topic, conservation of forest, first I will say that what is the need to conserve forest? Why we need to conserve a forest? As I had taught in very first class that forests are very important for us. Forests provide us many things, and these forests just adjust the balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen. So these forests are very helpful for us. But because of deforestation, because of destroying of forests, the number of forests are decreasing day by day. Okay, first thing is deforestation. What is deforestation? Deforestation is cleaning Earth's forest on a massive scale, often resulting in damage to a quality of land and related ecosystems, where the land is thereafter converted to a non-forest use. Non-forest use, here it's written non-forest use, means the land is used for other purposes. Other purposes means for developing the cities, or for developing the industries, or for making homes, or for many purposes. We are just cleaning the forests. We are cleaning the forest, and because of this it just harms our environment. Okay, the deforestation, the cleaning of forests in massive scale harms our ecosystem. Clear? This is the deforestation. What are the major causes of deforestation? Why we are cutting down the trees? These are the major reason of deforestation. Here you can see. First one is for agricultural activities. For agricultural activities, we are cleaning the forests. For logging, means for the trees, for making the furniture, we are cutting the trees. That is called logging. So for logging also we are cutting the trees. For urbanization means for developing the cities, we are just cutting down the trees. After that, desertification. Okay, desertification. Because of desertification also forests are cleared. Mining and forest fire, these are the main reasons of deforestation. Clear? These are the major causes of deforestation. Now, how we can conserve our forest? We can conserve our forest by planting trees. Okay, the main thing is planting tree. When we will plant more and more trees, then only we can conserve our forest. Plant on hillside. Okay, then after replant in place of one tree, we should just plant one more tree in place of tree, which tree we have cut. In place of that tree, we should plant a new tree. We should reduce pollution, avoid deforestation, cut only nature trees. Then after, don't overgraze. Overgraze means grazing by the animals. Collect non-timber forests and extinguish campfires. These are the ways by which we can conserve the forest. Okay. Apart from this, our government has also started some programs to just protect the forest. One Mahotsav is one of them. Okay. One Mahotsav program is organized in schools every year. Okay, in our school also we celebrate this program, One Mahotsav, and we used to plant trees also during this festival, One Mahotsav. Here you can see the picture related to One Mahotsav. At least one plant we all should plant. Okay, at least one tree we all should plant every year. Clear? So this is all about the One Mahotsav. Some social forestry program have been launched to plant trees on roadsides. On roadsides also you might have seen many plants are just planted over there. Okay, this is known as social forestry program. This is also started by our government. Okay, so on the roadside, okay, it is launched to plant the trees on the roadside and on the open land. And cutting of trees has been declared as illegal. These are the way by which we can conserve our forest. Now, next topic is wildlife. Wildlife includes animals, birds, and insects. What wildlife includes? These includes animals, birds, and insects. India has a rich variety of wildlife, but due to deforestation of forest, because of destruction of forests, these wild animals have become extinct. Okay, extinct means they are not in the nature now. Okay, our government has set up many national parks. Many national parks have been set up by our government to protect these wild animals. Okay, to protect these wild animals, our government has set up many national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. About these wildlife sanctuaries and national park, we will discuss in our next class. Okay, so till then, thank you. Bye bye.